Why do the words change? Why do the words change? I do not understand why they are compared to appreciate it, although knowing that it's beyond the vocabulary range. As far as I know, if I say I'm very hungry, you all will definitely not be anxious to listen to me. And on the contrary to me, the same thing Mr. Shakespeare had told in a very different way. Let it be known to the Bhatyur that the stomach consists of nothing, and the whole world was mad at its literature. Even I was trying to say the same. A drastically innermost mid-range of two definite rhythms to the assembled recipient who acts as an ocean of encouragement to the infinite virtual world.
What? What? Wait a minute. What did you just say? I literally did not understand a single word from it. Were you saying a quote, a idiom, or it was just form of a poetry?
Well, Prasanna, in short, I just addressed all our viewers and well wishers in a different way, as same as Mr. Shakespeare did. So before I convey today's agenda to everyone, first of all, very warm greetings to our lovable audience for giving us continuous support and encouragement so that we could invite some positive changes in our life. Here we are back again with a new episode of Tuesday Talk with Paragon with really new contents. So today's topic is not except between some territories of literature, as I previously had said some examples of vocabulary or the way of writing. It's because I wanted everyone to know that the use of words on the land of literature has a great role. Therefore, today's agenda is why the words change.
But how exactly can the words change? I think you started it with a blow, but it would be great if you will be the first one to give it a go.
Of course, Saugat. So to grab all the contents, I have specifically written a poem about today's topic, why the words change.
Okay,
I'm
brother.
excited. Oh, looks like we have got some problems here. As you know, technology, it's very bad. So I expected something new from you as usual every time.
It's okay, Saugat, and thank you as well. And here I go ahead with my poem, why the words change. It's 9 as early, the sun shines. I'm bored to see those skins who says you're fine. One says compliment is what he means. You me just like a slang used by some teens. Master tells me good, which made me in the heaven, while the other replied me the same that made me not to count on them. Some says it's a meaning itself which is far beyond my range. I still can't understand why the words change. My early routine, I reach my school. Master replies me, you're on time, thinking me a fool. Poor me, how on earth can I reply to him, knowing I was late and breaking the rule? Time and again it happens, but none regrets. How could I make them one of my secrets? Unlike to the same poles, the words can't attract anything that doesn't have some sense. I still can't understand why the words change. If someone praises me, I think it's a kind of threat. Look, I dropped a glass of water. My mother said, great. Still wonders should I be really happy or shame? Oh my god, why the words change? It makes me confused when they try to explain. I ask Siri, why do these words stay? Poor fellow gets reply, it's nothing but irony is what they were trying to say. I wonder, if so, why the words were made? Can't a single parrot have some common sense? Good to say why the words change and why the words change.
Yes, sir. I think I'm pretty much familiar with today's agenda. The information you have said with your poem, Why the Words Change, is concerned with our daily use literature. So let me not make all of us confused, and to make it more clear, let me justify it with a saying. Is it okay with everyone?
To be honest, I'm not that much known about the knowledge that Share Brother and you are trying to say, but it'll be great if you justify it.
A soft cotton can be the heaviest when drowned in water. Similarly, beautiful words we can use can be harsh or offensive to others in different conditions. Thus, it is not only about the use of literature, but also is the use of poetry, language, expression, writing, speaking, pronouncing, creativity, and so on. It is because this poem describes about every aspect, which is the incident that happens with us daily. With today's goal, let me add something. The land of literature seems difficult not because it is meaningless to some extent, but the use of literature varies from everyone's perspective. Whenever I'm confused with some vocabulary food that I consume, I try to understand its formation or its use in different conditions. For example, Even the letters find it difficult to pronounce the longest word in the world. And you know what that is? It's pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. And friends, please don't waste your mind trying to pronounce it all at once. Because if you try to break it into its syllables, then it will be simple as a piece of cake for all of us. Look at it once. Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. See, isn't it easy? For me, whatever the words I use, I primarily want to get the actual meaning of it so that people will not be offended and can take some positive and motivated thoughts from it. This can be the easiest and most efficient way to tackle those tough words.
Wow, really, Prashna sister. A great way to deal with our massive words is to break them down to increase our comfort level. Now that we have started with the vocabulary skills, let me share something more about it. A great vocabulary is just one essential tool in a writer's toolbox, along with punctuation, grammar, and many others. Vocabulary can make your writing more powerful and more effective and help you say exactly what you mean. This indispensable tool will help you choose the best word for every job and avoid vague words that do not give your speakers a good sense of your meaning. Building your vocabulary is one of the easiest way to improve the power of your writing and make any writing task that much easier as you'll have several synonyms in your repertoire to pull from every time. Developing a vocabulary need not to be difficult or painful.
So, Gath, it's true that building vocabulary is the easiest way to improve the power of writing. Dear mates, now I would like to say some information about the use of words in different conditions in your daily life. May I?
Yes, why not, Minori? You may go ahead.
Thanks for the permission, share brother. So here I proceed with some of the ways of improving vocabulary. Use a word immediately after you learn it or after you hear it. For example, if you had heard someone saying, these days by 9:30 I call it a day. So here an idiom is used which is call it a day. Now repeat it in your daily life while speaking with other people in a correct way. In this way, you will make your speaking quite attractive to others. Next one is try to make a game out of using a word as soon as you learn it. And in this way, you will be able to improve your vocabulary and also it helps you to boost your memory power because it makes you remember some phrases or words for a long period of time. And last but not the least, every day try to slip in a new word into the conversation you do with your friends, families, or even strangers. Also, try using those words in a journal entry, an assignment, or a email to a friend. Overall, what I actually mean is try using some new vocabulary each day, and when you do this, you will learn many new things. So, do these things as often as possible and repeat the words to yourself. Using a word in your life without visualizing will be fool indeed. Research shows that visualizing is a great way to remember new words and their meaning. A good example of this is the word stratovolcano. So, one way to guess its meaning is the fact that the prefix strato sounds like straight O, which may make you think of a straight thing or even a straight volcano, which describes the word's definition, which is a high pointed mountain with a violent explosion. Wasn't the example quite interesting, mates?
Yes, Minori, it was really an amazing example. So it seems now everybody is up to something very interesting. I will surely try to make the rules conveyed by you applicable in my daily life, and as said by Prashana's sister, a soft cotton can be the heaviest when drowned in water. I completely agree with her. It is because since my childhood, when I tried to convey a message to anyone, then most of the time it felt like an irony. It is the cause of a debate or conversation also. It's upon you who perceives and invades the word suitably. To illustrate, most of the times when having a friendly conversation, we become unable to realize the words being spelled out at the moment. So, no matter if it's a friendly talk, it doesn't take a second to enmity. And even our parents and teachers have taught us we should always think twice before we speak because our speaking skills show our ability and behavior as well. Right, mates?
Yes,
Yes,
Ashley,
Ashley.
the way we speak, what words we use, in which condition is very necessary. But the next aspect, which is equally important as writing, is speaking is writing. You all are probably familiar with empty words used in our speech, such as or but your writing probably has empty words as well. Look for those empty words in your writing that do not offer any substance to your reader and replace them with something more appropriate. The same principle applies to phrases and sentences. So make sure that you have not used 6 or 7 phrases to say something that could be better communicated in one sentence filled with carefully chosen words. Talking about the specific term word, a word has the power to change your life. Think about that for a moment because it is literally an earth moving statement to change your life. For more than a decade, technology has brought words into our lives more than ever before. No longer are words just what we hear, write, or read. They have become what we create and how we interact with the world around us. Words change our relationships, our demeanor, our entire system of beliefs, and even our businesses. Being a planet or not being a planet have majorly different meanings between them. Words have a powerful and undeniably overwhelming influence on us, for good and at times for bad too. Think for a moment how words have changed your life, like marry me, it's a girl, you have cancer, we lost him, you're hired, you're fired, we won, we lost, guilty, not guilty, etc. It may not seem intentional, but it has been. At the core, a large organization of words shift has taken place right in front of us. As a result, words have forever changed our lives and will continue to change our lives as never before. For the majority of us, not a single day goes when we fail to interact and create relationships with the words. Take Google, for example. Google is a company with a focus on classifying and organizing words. It is very simple focus, really, to be better than any other entity at organizing words. Now, they may say they organize information, including documents, videos, photos, maps, and many more, but at the core, they're all words.
Of course, Sogat. Imagine you are in a doctor's office and you are told you have a cancer. A single word cancer can change your whole life and the lives of everyone close to you. Clearly, you listen to what your doctor says, but then you go to a place where you know that you can get a lot of answers. A search in a Google, probably. Then you start searching different things in the Google, like what is cancer, cancer treatments, cancer cures, cancer survivals, and cancer comes in many ways. So perhaps your search may be more specific.
Adding to your minority, finally, words also have powerful meaning in religion. Great debates and even wars occur over the use and meaning of certain words in religion context. Consider the difference in thought that occurs simply with the mention of the words like God, Allah, Buddha. The same can be said for politics also. As we all know, small things make huge differences. Words can even break you and even heal your soul sometimes. So be careful with your words once they are said, because they can be forgiven, but they can never be forgotten.
Yes, you are absolutely true, Sogat. And when you were talking about the words having powerful meanings in religions, I recalled a speech said by Muniba Mazawi.
What? Never heard about her. Who is she?
Are you serious, Prasanna sister? Don't you know her?
No, not till this date.
That's perfectly fine, Prasanna sister. There's always a chance of acquiring new knowledge most of the time in your life. And today is your day to acquire some additional knowledge. Now, talking about the definition given to her by Google, Moniba Mazabi is a Pakistani activist, anchor artist, model, singer, and motivational speaker as well. She became the national ambassador of UN Women Pakistan after being shortlisted in the 100 Inspirational Women of 2015 by BBC.
Wow, she really is a famous person, I see.
Great, I'm glad to hear that now you have some concept about her in your brain. But I personally like to call her a motivational speaker who inspires others by telling her real life stories. And I must tell you to check out her speeches. It is really very heart touching.
Okay, Minori, I will surely try doing that. But you were talking about something said by Muniba Mazari. What's that? I'm really very excited to hear about it.
Oh yeah, like I was so busy explaining Prasanna's sister about her, I forgot to say the punching part of the show. But thanks for the reminder. So Muniba Mazari had a life-changing incident. She had a really big accident in which she became a disabled person. So, in the hardships of her life, she realized that words can either break you or make you. And she shared the same thing in front of millions of people. That when she was suffering with all the bad adversities and when she had no hope to live her life at all, a single phrase from a mother's mouth changed the way she think. That was, "This too shall pass." So this one small phrase motivated her and made her get this far in her life. So words are very much powerful than you think. Thus, I want to say you that think twice even before saying a word.
Surely, we all will do the same and hope our viewers also do the same. What's worth keeping in mind is that meanings don't change overnight. Different meanings of the same word often overlap, and new meanings can coexist with the older meanings for centuries too.
See, now all of us are getting clear about the today's topic, and we all have various links with the words and literature that we have recently used. To make this session more interesting, I have thought of something interesting. So do you know about the two perspectives of the word NOWHERE?
It's tough though, but to my understanding, NOWHERE is a word that has two perspectives to it. One is nowhere, and the next one is now here. The first perspective is nowhere. This one can have so many ideas, so many directions in life, but they end up being somewhere far away, no idea, not sure, over there, distant, or don't know, etc. So all of these are leading to a place called nowhere. A view from nowhere might exactly lead a person to a place where one can feel totally lost and live him or her perplexed of not knowing what next. This situation can be applicable to anyone's personal or professional life. Even children are not spared with this these days. One who is standing in the middle of nowhere and not knowing what should be done is so damn distressing. People have such a diversified culture. Technology is advancing so much that people are not sure where they are led in life. There are so many alternate paths in each one's life. At one point in time, one can get so confused that many would feel like they belong nowhere with respect to clarity and direction. Most would end up being so confused that they would not know where they are and how life should be led. There are so many options in life to choose from, but at the end, what would each person feel about what they have been doing? Do people live their passion? Are people free from all sorts of baggage? Or are they just running a rat race or just having a blind faith to follow another person to fulfill that person's dreams and beliefs? Or are they just idolizing someone to set the benchmark and follow that person? All of these are okay until and unless it does not harm anyone and especially you. This would be wonderful if you are led in a direction in which everyone's life is filled with contentment and joy from within.
Yes, Sogat. Exactly like the two sides of a same coin, there are two perspectives of this word that are either negative or positive.
Of course, Ashria. Now let's look at the second version of nowhere, which is now here. It's all about two terms, now and here. It is really very simple and perfect to my understanding. So when you are making decisions in your life, you must take it right here, not tomorrow, not the next day. And if you can take charge of your life and everything in it, then how wonderful it will be. That means you will go deep within yourself and look for your own interests and passion, which will help you to lead a life that you want to live. This is your life.
Your definition sounds great, but I'm not pretty much clear about the positive aspect of the word NOWHERE. So it would be clear if you just clarify me a bit.
No problem at all. So, what I actually was trying to say is that instead of saying I am nowhere, you must try to say now I am here. In this way, you will be able to look deep within yourself and find your own passion. Plus, I also meant that when you say now I am here, you will also increase the rate of positive thinking within you.
Oh, now I'm clear about the positive aspect of the word.
That's great. To make it more clear, I'm adding a term visualization. So, do you have any idea what actually is visualization?
I think I know a little about this term visualization. So, visualization is normally a representation of an object, situation, or a state of information in your brain, which can also increase your mental strength.
That's awesome. Now we all know what is visualization. So just visualize that you are leading a life of passion and interest. Isn't it truly adding a great value to your own life? But many of us have embodied some kind of fear and stuck in life just because we feel more secure and protected. Step back, take a deep breath, and just think, what place are you in the correct time? Are you nowhere, or are you aware of where are you now? It's you who decides how your life should be led and taken charge. What do you think, mates?
Yes, Minori, we are in charge of ourselves. Avoiding fears and hinders will definitely not take us forward. Your ideas regarding its perspective is moralizing and important too.
Yes, Saugat. But friends, did you notice that in comparison to the previous sessions, today's session is same as a brainstorming session, isn't it?
When did we have a brainstorm, brother?
I completely agree with Seth. Just try to remember today's talk started with the topic why the words change. At first, we started sharing about the use of words, then its pronunciation, ways to remember it, writing skills, how to use it, and many more. And then, and yes, that is the literal meaning of brainstorming to gather ideas and viewpoints about the topic. And yes, that is what we do every Tuesday in this show to gather the ideas and views about some interesting subject matters.
Yes, Prasanna, you're absolutely correct. For me, today's talk was very open minded. We could extract many more things than we could by invading and listening to each other's ideas and expressions as well.
Yes, brother. Everyone indeed shared fabulous experiences, sayings, and information. Now, keeping all this beside, the Festival of Lights Tihar is approaching nearby.
Yes, Ashria. PR is one of the most awaited festivals of all time. So I want to connect this upcoming festival with now here, right? Like we are now in the time period of the year where we forget most of the problems in our life and just enjoy whether it is only for 5 days, but also it is, right? And one of the greatest personality had said that something is better than nothing. So these 5 days are better than not even a single day.
Yes, Minori, that's true. A little something is really better than nothing. And now I would like to give a little suggestion on how we can celebrate this Tihar in a fabulous way without being affected by the COVID-19 virus. So, as we had discussed about 2Ds, distance dasa in the previous episode, this time I think it would be suitable to say 2Ts, that is transform Tihar.
Well, yes, Ashya, this year should indeed be a transform Tihar. But the question certainly arises here. How can we celebrate transform Tihar? Let me explain to all our viewers that how that can be done. This is the time when we should decrease social gatherings and increase distancing. So the foremost way to celebrate this transform Tihar is staying indoors, which helps to retrograde the spread of the virus. I would even like to add the same note which was discussed previously in our shows. Do not be the host and the guest in the midst of the agony. Let's make complete use of the technology and make this TR virtual too. We can share blessings and feelings from this platform as well. It might be hard, but not impossible. So it is you who will take the initiation to create a change and even stand for the change. We can aware each other and even encourage to celebrate the transformed Tihar. We are doing this because safety matters a lot. And we may probably have heard about the saying that health is our wealth. So nothing is greater than our health. So, however, as being a student, it is our responsibility to make people aware through the show by using our handful skills and searching various information on the internet. As in this way, we ourselves will also be aware about different things, and in this way, we can promote and make everyone clear about the topic we discuss every day.
Wow, some beautiful words presented by my mates. You all have hit the bullseye with your words. We all can relate that one word can break someone's heart, one word can break someone's trust. But remember, one sorry can save everything. Words can inspire and words can destroy. We have to be wise enough to choose one. We all know that. First, these words reach our heart, then strike to our ears. Finally, one word can change everything. We all can even imagine what a single word can do and how much powerful it is. One kind word can change someone's entire day. So why not to walk in a positive way rather than going just opposite to it? A word can hurt someone more than a bullet can. So you need to be more careful when you pull the trigger on your mouth than that of your gun. Sorry, than that of a gun. Hence, words do make huge differences in one's life and personality.
Wow, Prashna sister, your words were really very powerful. You all know that even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. We hope that this festival of lights could bring this dark phase of the world to an end. We are so proud to be saying that our slogan, the distance thus say went as our expectations, and all of us, and even our audience, we hope that we were safe during its celebration. Now it's time to celebrate a transformed Tihar. We request all our audience to celebrate Tihar in a transformed and terrific way, but under all the criteria set by the government of Nepal. Wow, we really had a great time with you all today. Speaking on the topic, why the words can change, it gave knowledge to all of us. We students of Paragon are well proud to be presenting to you every Tuesday on the show. All of our viewers have been supporting us very much, and we hope for the same support in future too. Again, at the end, let's celebrate the two T's, that is transform Tihar, because if not us, then who? And if not now, then when? So this with this note, we bid goodbye to all and thank you very much for joining with us. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and stay positive and celebrate a unique and transformed Tihar. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.